Okay. Every time I do content in English, I do it because I have a huge opportunity and it can't be missed because of a simple language barrier. Today, I have two guests. Both of them have been in the podcast in some way or shape or form before, and both of them are insane athletes. One of them is the current champion in the 185 division and 205 division. Let's receive with a warm welcome Lorenzo Han, Juggernaut, and also in studio, past 165 Boricua champion Elvin Brito.
Yeah, baby. Maunabo, baby.
Yes,
De
sir.
Maunabo, Puerto Rico. Okay, welcome back, Elvin. We love you. We respect you.
Placer, brother.
And I
Siempre.
hate Palomino. Okay.
I
With that
don't hate
being
him.
said,
I pity the fool.
hey, is there, before we talk to the champ, I have a huge question. Is Palomino off the 165 journey?
Yeah, he's not a 165 champion. He should have never been the champion in the first place. I think he even knows that. So now we have a new 165 champ, and you know I got a couple fights left on my contract, and what I'm trying to do is position myself to get my belt back. Belt that I should have. Anyway.
What does an organization think of a champ that gets the belt and doesn't defend it?
I mean, they stripped him from it. They're not too happy with him about it, so we're just moving on to the next thing. I can't do anything about bad judging or corrupt judging, so all I could do is punch people in the face.
So
that's what I'm
what's
trying to
your
do.
journey towards the title?
You know, I'm still a top-ranked fighter even after some bad decisions. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to win my next fight, and I'm going to ask the president of the company to let me get my belt back. Me and Gogo is an awesome fight. It makes sense on paper, and I think it's going to be one of the greatest fights of whatever year it happens. Yeah.
When you were gonna fight the 22nd of September, right?
See, estaba supuesta. I had unofficially been matched up with Brandon Gertz. He got in a bike accident, so I'm out of Bkfc 50.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you, I was, I saw your fight against Palomino,
Yep.
and I remember being like, it struck me odd that in the pre-fight interview there weren't any technical problems, but in your interview, in the theater, there
Yeah.
was no sound. So I found it like an eerie thing that happened.
Yeah, that was definitely on purpose.
Okay.
That was definitely on purpose. I really believe so. I mean, you could tell it was fuckery afoot. We can only do so much about it. We're fighters. I think I put the best fight I could put that night. I think it was my greatest performance still to date. And I felt like I humiliated Palomino. He's supposed to be the greatest fighter in the world. I fought him with my hands down. I played with him. I laughed at his best moves. And I finished untouched. I expected to get my belt, and they gifted it to him.
Okay. So Lorenzo Juggernaut Hunt. Lorenzo Juggernaut Hunt, can production show this promotional poster this next 22nd of September in Denver? Hunt versus Camosi. How do you see this one playing out?
Very, very violent, very unnecessarily violent showing. After my last fight,
Was your last fight Richmond?
yeah,
Okay.
after my last fight, it struck me that I cannot give not even an inch. Anything weird can happen. A weird eye poke, a weird call, it's just a whole element. I feel like if I wasn't destroying these guys mentally and physically, just pulverizing them into nothing, then any excuse may be given to deny me my rightful spot as the champ, as the best in the world. So I'm going to do that. I have something to prove. I have to obliterate, I have to destroy Chris Camozzi for even challenging me for his arrogance. I have to hurt him bad.
What do you mean by arrogance? What has he been saying?
He is 2-0 in the bare knuckle organization. Regardless of his history, he has not been challenged in the bare knuckle ring. He's 2-0, 2 first round knockouts against 2 debuters, people who haven't even put the work in, people who don't even know what they're doing yet.
Excuse me. How does that happen? I get it. It must be like he comes from the UFC, right? He's a name, but fighting in an organization against 2 debuting fighters and all of a sudden getting a championship fight.
Sounds like a mismatch.
It's partially my fault. I've destroyed the 205 division. There isn't any ranked fighters left. So anybody that they put against me would kind of be the same situation. Why does he deserve it?
Where do you feel more dominant, 205 or 185?
I'm just a dominant person. Each division has its problems. As a 205er, I have unlimited stamina. I am heavy. I am strong. I'm smart, and I'm faster than all of the 205ers and the heavyweights. As a 185er, you can hurt me because I'm paper thin, but I'm still feral and vicious and stronger than any 185er you can create.
Do you feel the same on fight night in both divisions, or do you get to weigh the same on fight night on both divisions?
Do I get to weigh the same?
Like, get a lot of water in?
Yeah. So rehydration happens by itself. I don't shoot for a certain weight. I just shoot until I feel good. So I'll drink, and it'll come back. Not as much comes back when I fight 205. As I fight 185 as when I fight 205. By what that means is when I cut weight to 185, when I rehydrate, I'm probably about 205, probably 210 pounds. When I cut weight to 205, when I rehydrate, I'm about 220. Okay. So it's a 15-pound difference when the 185 sucks so much out of me that when I rehydrate, I'm probably about 30 pounds heavier.
Oh, really? So that tells me you can be more dangerous in 185.
Yeah, because, it's still weird because not all the fluid goes where it's supposed to go.
It.
So even though I'm moving around and I feel good, like Mike Richmond hit me and I felt it on the other side of my body.
Let's talk about... Okay, I want to tell everyone to just download the Bkfc app. I have it. I have to give it to him. We do our own boxing events. Production-wise, Bkfc has got it down, and it's super cheap. I think it's like $7 a month.
Yeah.
Thank you, Elvin Brito, for showing me the light.
Yeah.
I'm a fan completely because of you. I went to Knucklemania completely because of you. And I know about this sport completely because of this guy right here.
That's what's up.
And I cannot speak highly enough of these events. But we have to talk about what I think is a historic fight that only lasted a round.
One round.
Can we? Where can I?
Just you can YouTube it.
YouTube
Lorenzo
it.
Hunt versus Mike Richmond.
Ok, todo el mundo,
Yeah,
cabrones, tienen que ver Lorenzo Hunt, Mike Richmond, right?
Yep.
Mike Richmond. This is the most. You know what? I really like Mike Platinum.
Mike Perry.
Yeah.
I think he's doing great fights.
Yeah.
The MVP fight was great. His last one,
Luke Rockhold.
Yeah, that was an
awesome.
odd
Yeah.
finish.
Yeah, knock his teeth out. What you gonna do?
Yeah, that was great. But this fight is very special. It only lasted a minute. Okay, I'm here on YouTube.
La primera, esa que está ahí.
This.
La segunda, la
Yeah,
la
that was
segunda,
it up there. You already clicked it.
Top one.
Yeah, the top.
Okay.
Yeah, you can click for it a little bit.
Okay.
But
What's going? Let's walk us through your process. What are you feeling on your walkout?
I'm a performer. I often go into these other towns and I feel a lot of negative energy, but I use it because a fight is a fight. Nobody should be cheering for you for a fight. It's a fight. It's not a football game. So when guys come out and say boo, they're screaming. It's almost like they're saying, no, stop, get off of him, don't do it.
Okay,
but I'm going to do it anyway.
Okay,
you know what I mean?
Okay. You feed off of all energy, positive and boost. Okay. Okay, so okay, this fucking look. Okay, this is Mike Richmond.
Yeah.
Were you? I don't remember the storyline, but did you guys have beef before this?
Yeah, he just kept coming at me. Kind of like Chris Camozzi, he just kept calling me out. And I'm looking at these guys thinking to myself, well, why is he so confident? I've knocked out more guys than NyQuil.
Okay.
I don't understand why he's not worried about me. So I'm looking at him like they're kind of crazy, but he kept calling me out, so I gave it to him.
Okay, let's watch. You can let's start the fight, and you can just stop it when you wanna comment or whatever. This is, by the way, you can access the whole Bkfc catalog. Just get the app and pay $7 a month. Best fight in Bkfc history.
Best knockout for sure.
Best knockout.
Asqueroso.
Opposite, how do you
Hands,
say
yeah.
that?
He's southpaw and I'm orthodox.
You see the fluidity and movement of both fighters. Fast 1-2 from Hunt.
That was a good hand
Right
there.
hand to the body, right hand over the top. If you pay attention, the speed difference, even though he's smaller than me, I'm so much faster and so much stronger. I'm almost too fast. I'm missing by an inch, and it's like, what's happening? But I'm so much faster than him. He's in trouble for the first few seconds of the fight. For the first 15 seconds of the fight, it's just pure trouble.
What data do you get with this right hand? What right hand coming right up? Punk. Fuck. What do you feel when he didn't move that much? Did you know you heard him?
Yes. What's happening is I'm measuring him and inching closer as well. You have to respect my right hand because it's pure fire, and if you don't move, it's gonna hurt you. Even if you don't look like it hurt you, it did. You felt the intensity. So then when I get a little bit closer to you, now I'm gonna just knock your brains out if you didn't learn the first time. I did it to Hector Lombard too. I threw a right hand, he didn't respect it. I turned the corner and threw a real one and sat him on his butt.
Okay.
Now this is where it changes. Right there. Rewind it. Right there.
Okay.
So you saw that little jumping. Well, it's his two, so he's got the other two. But if you look, he sticks me right in his eye with his thumb.
Oh, really?
Before that, he can't do nothing. He can't even see me. Right
No,
here,
no, it's coming
I
up.
gave him a little bit of, right there. He stuck his thumb directly in my eye.
Yeah?
Right there. And the whole fight changed right then.
How come? I didn't know this. Did the referee know this?
Well, you saw how fast it happened.
Okay.
And I fight in a way that I don't break my concentration.
You won't stop it and say like,
No,
hey.
I would have had to. I would have had to been like, hey, he stuck me in the eye.
Okay.
But I can't. I can't break away. Kind of like a pit bull.
Got it.
I'm locked in. So unless you'll hear the referee, he saw it. You'll hear him say, hey, keep your hands down. Don't stick him in the eyes. He'll say it. But I didn't.
Got
I
it.
didn't.
Yeah, you were
stop.
in the fight. Okay.
Yeah, I'm in the fight. But you can see me, I'll start messing with my eye a lot, trying to fix the vision. You can see me,
Yeah,
I'll
all of a
wipe-
sudden you're blocking.
All of a
it.
sudden, I can't
because
see.
What I gather is that you can't see, so you're over blocking. You have no clue what's going on. So
No clue. I fought
Okay.
with pure instincts for
Okay.
about 40 seconds.
See, now he's tagging you.
Both fighters throwing big early stages of our main event title fight.
it's coming.
Ahora está dando.
I think Richmond's only getting the respect right now for Lorenzo Hunt. Fists only.
Jab to the body from Hunt is a rangefinder jab. Richmond tucking in on his front shoulder. Hook off the mark from Hunt. Richmond to the inside again to the body with the right hook.
That body work you talked about.
Those body shots.
Hurt.
Yeah.
One word. Hurt.
Okay.
Still using it. The body work opens up the head. Lorenzo Hunt.
Were you still
Yeah,
dealing
I'm
with your
buying
eye?
time. You can tell I'm buying time because the punches I'm throwing aren't directed towards him. They're kind of saying like, keep
Shush.
away,
Okay.
stay away from me. I'm trying to buy time until my vision stops flipping like the movie screen.
Got it.
You know.
Already. Richmond again to the body. Left hook counter right hook from Lorenzo. Big swings from both fighters. Trying to initiate the clinch. There's the left hand in the turn. 40 seconds remaining, round number 1. Richmond again, cutting angles, cutting distance. More body work now from Mike Richmond. Right hand, left hand.
And look how Lorenzo Hunt's blocking that body right now. The hook's gonna be up.
Down goes Lorenzo.
So we will pause it right there. So what happens is, if you pay attention, that's the same side as
Of the
thumb
eye poke.
Yeah. So usually when I fight, I'll catch that. I'll check that. Every time they throw that weird punch around the corner, I'll just turn and catch it. But what's happening is I have no depth perception. I can't really see him. I'm fighting with motion detectors. So when he moves, I move. He moves, I move. And I just kind of go through it. I'm trying to roll through it, trying to wait until I can actually see. But I still couldn't see. And when he hit me with it, I didn't even have the, it wasn't a really, really solid punch. As you can see, his foot is off the ground in the back.
I'm going to watch it again.
It's not a solid punch, but it's a surprise because I can't see it.
From Mike Richmond, right hand, left hand.
And look how Lorenzo
See, I'm trying to keep him away. Boom. He hit me, but it wasn't like a punch like I would throw. It wasn't a grounded, solid strike. It was just a pop, like somebody hit me from the side. I never saw it.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, what you are about to see is the best 30 seconds of Bkfc history. I'm going to ask you a question after we finish the fight. You have to be a true warrior for this to happen because you kind of take your time. Check this out.
Goes Lorenzo Hunt.
That body work's doing exactly what it's supposed to do right now.
Taking the full mandatory aid from referee Andrew Glenn.
Let's see if Richmond jumps all over and goes to the end right now.
Boom.
Wow. Look at that. Wow. Look at his lips. Okay.
Now go back a little bit and I'll show you.
Here?
Nope.
More?
After he hit me. So I counted with the ref. I took my time. I looked across. I looked at him. I shook my hand. Now look, I went the other way so I can see with the other eye.
Oh, wow.
I couldn't see while I was going that way, but I could see him once I went the other way.
Okay.
Now watch. See, when I went that way, I can see him out of that eye. Bam!
What a great moment. What a perfect one punch survival instinct. If you hadn't been knocked down, this wouldn't, do you think this fight would have ended on this round?
No, it would have been worse though. I planned the first round. I planned the first round knockout. I didn't plan to get poked in the eye and have to survive for 40 seconds of the first round. But after we would have went to the corner and came back, it was gonna be terrible. I didn't just bring one of those punches with me. I brought a bunch of them. I was gonna beat him to this point in his life, no matter what. He was gonna wind up right there.
I remember thinking that Lorenzo must know that this is history. This is your best fight.
I hate that people say that.
But it's it's the heart. I know it sounds like cliche, but you were knocked down. You counted the 8 count. And you beat him with one punch.
Only a champion can do that.
Yeah.
I respect it. The reason I hate that people say that is because I've shown such pure heart and dominance in the Bkfc that for the one fight where somebody actually hits me to be touted as the best fight of my career.
It isn't.
And it was a first round knockout. I went 5 rounds with Hector Lombard. I've shown more skills. That's my only first round knockout.
Yeah, but this is a storytelling career.
Yeah, people say
this
that.
This is the story.
Another guy that I interviewed for ESPN compared it to Gotti and Ward. I was like, Gotti, Ward. He said that in 1 round was what Gotti and Ward did in 3 fights.
I remember seeing a video of you two guys afterward, like meeting,
Yeah.
like in the parking lot.
Yeah,
or
yeah,
something.
yeah, in the back.
I really love that moment because fighting, fans take it super personal even afterwards, but you settle shit
Yeah.
in the ring.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So with Mike Richmond, we both had our differences, but we both had our understandings of each other. He knew that I could knock his brains out with one punch, but he also knew that he had the heart and the fruition and the guts to challenge me until he was asleep. I knew that he had the skill and the time and the timing to be a good fight. I just knew I would knock him out if I ever touched him. And he got in there anyway. And so at the end of that fight, when I said, holy bro, you kicked my butt, even with a poke in the eye and a bunch
He knew,
of
right?
fight-
He
Yeah.
knew about the poke.
Yeah, he knew. You could tell because he came after me the way he did. He thought I still couldn't see. Even the doc knew. If you continue to watch the fight, while Mike Richmond is asleep, the main doctor for BKFC is checking my eyes. They thought he blinded me. Soon as I go to the corner.
Okay, didn't you? Sorry. Didn't you feel like Muhammad Ali in this? Look
No.
at your stance. You
No.
didn't move.
I thought I was going to jail. I thought he was dead.
Oh.
That's what I was thinking. Look at him. Look. No, look right now. It was the perfect picture what you just had up. When they zoom in on him, he looks dead. I said he made me kill him. Damn. That's what I was thinking. I was like, oh no, he made me kill him.
Let me see the doctors.
I felt bad.
Unbelievable turn of events right there. Lorenzo Hunt was all but
Now look.
Yeah.
Now they're the doctor. Look, that's the cut man, and this is the doctor. Mike Richmond's still asleep. Why is the doctor checking my eyes?
the opposite of Mike Richmond's last fight. He was
I think Mike Richmond needs more help.
Yeah, I do too. I do as well.
But they all saw it. As soon as I knocked him out, they got in to check to see if he put my eye out.
What's your conversation with? What's the president of BKFC name?
David Feldman.
Feldman. What's like he must love what happened here.
Yeah, he. I think that's one of his favorite fights. Before that, I think it was Artem Lobov and what was his name? They kind of put BKFC on the map with a crazy
Jason
fight.
Knight.
And then it was our heavyweight champ, the Mexicutioner Joey Beltran, and the big tall Indian guy. They went after it for a long time. But that fight right there, for it to be Knuckle Mania, for it to be the main event, for it to go down like that, me and Mike Richmond had already been on TV because I tried to slap him off the stage.
Mm-hmm.
And then for that fight to go down like that, after the whole card was good too, yeah, I'm pretty sure this is David Feldman's favorite BKFC.
What did you think about it?
I think
I
it's
wasn't
safe to say
surprised.
that.
I that's what I expected. Even when he went down, I wasn't nervous. We trained harder than anybody. And when he went down, I was just like, all right, get up, get it back. But he got it back way faster than I thought. I was surprised by how fast he got it back, but I knew while everybody's shocked, I'm already clapping. I already knew that, I got faith in the work that we do.
Elvin Brito, 165 champ. You always do camps together. I see you often here in Puerto Rico. I've seen you spar in Combat 360. Saludo al corrido de Combat 360 en Guaynabo. What stage are we in Lorenzo's camp right now?
This is the end of it.
This
We're
is the final
finishing
week.
out. Yeah.
Is this a good week?
We go a little sparring in. We kind of ease out of all the hard training and it's just make sure he's 100% to go kick some ass. All the work's done. Like, if you do too much, you kind of hurt yourself. We're at a point right now where you could do too much and hurt your fight. Like, you're locked in. Like, if you're worried this close to the fight about the work that you're doing, you haven't been working hard enough. We've been working hard, so we
Is
could take
too
2
much?
weeks off.
Too much is too much sparring. Too much is too much weightlifting.
Or you're still hurt
too much
when
is
you
too much
fight.
running.
You still hurt when you're fighting.
Yeah.
You're not 100% when you get up there. We want to
still
be as close to 100% it's hard to be 100%, but we want to be as close to 100%. We want to be 110% when we get up there. So we get all the hard work out of the way. Like I said, if you're 2 weeks out and you're worried about the work that you're doing, you're not working hard enough. We could take the whole month off and go fight. You could take 2 weeks off, show up over there and fight 5 rounds and not get tired.
Sprinting up and down Mount Lapika.
We prepare ourselves. This is our life. This is what we do. It's, this is our vocation, that we're professionals, we're specialists. So yes, we're ready to fight. He could fight this weekend if he had to.
I love it that you train down here. For me, it's an honor. What's so special about Puerto Rico?
Oh, man. Elvin, his family, Maunabo is the most beautiful place on earth to me.
Thank you.
I haven't been a whole lot of places, but Maunabo is in the center of 4 mountains like something biblical. Mm-hmm. If you look around, it's completely surrounded by mountains. It's lush. It's vegetation on every tree. It's animals I've never seen, and there's mountains for me to run up. Higher hills and higher hills and higher hills everywhere I look.
What about
There's beautiful women. The people love me. They say, Campion, Campion. They know me. They know Elvin. They treat us like we're champions. It's beautiful. The crickets at night, the birds in the daytime, the water's pure and clear.
You.
Like I can't. It doesn't get any better.
Is Denver, there's height differences, right?
Yeah.
Is that an issue that you train for?
So with Elvin and me and the way we train, we've conditioned ourselves to be used to suffering. So mentally, it doesn't matter where I go. I'm used to suffering. Even if I go up to Denver in the altitude, I came prepared to suffer anyway. So once the suffering starts, it's just a regular day for me because I was in Manabo, could barely breathe the thick ass air and the water and the moisture while I was running down the mountain at 15 miles an hour trying to keep up with him. I'm used to it. I'm used to the burn. I'm used to the fire. I'm used to the hot lungs. I'm used to being dehydrated. I'm used to just dogging it out. So when we get to Denver, it'll be no different.
If we're in Denver and the altitude affects Lorenzo and he's dead tired, he's still going to be able to knock Chris Camozzi out. I mean,
what do you think is going to happen? Is it going to last the whole 5 rounds?
I don't think so. And I'll tell you why. Psychologically, Chris Camozzi is a loser. He's been fighting for years and years and years and years, and he never quite made the leap to a champion, which is why nobody knows who he is. And now he comes to an organization hoping to steal a championship. Because if you can't earn it, you do what? You steal it. So now you called out the best face basher in the world, right? And you've never had your face bashed in with bare knuckles, not even in practice. You're a pretty boy. You step to me with your mother's face, and I'm going to bash it in. And everybody's going to say, please stop. Please stop. Please
September
stop.
22, Denver, Colorado, Bkfc, the pretty boy against the juggernaut. Both of you come from an MMA background, right?
Yeah. Nothing's wrong with MMA.
Do you like? Can you tell when you see a fighter sparring only using his hands? Can you tell if he comes from an MMA background?
Yes.
What's your tell?
He fights squared up. Squared up means chest forward, like a wrestler. Chest forward is bad for you because there's such a big target. And I'm such a sniper, the last thing you want to be is a big target. But it becomes virtually impossible to teach someone to turn sideways after you taught them to be forward and aggressive and to shoot with their head down and to keep their hands down to protect you from a shot. Well, I'm not trying to shoot, I'm trying to knock your head off. And so whenever you get tired, whenever you get back into your groove, you just turn back into a wrestler. You turn back into a Roman Greco wrestler trying to...
Don't worry.
You just turn back into a wrestler. You turn back into a Roman Greco wrestler trying to stop somebody from getting your legs. I'm not trying to get your legs. I'm trying to get your chin. And so he fights with his hands down. He keeps dropping his hand. He gets lazy. The more tired he gets, the more mistakes he makes. He's not prepared. There's no one on earth that he can spar with that fights like me. So how could he be prepared?
Can you tell me the story about, I think it was in the Mike Perry card against Luke Rockhold after the Eddie Alvarez fight? Conor McGregor, there's a huge story with Conor McGregor getting into the
Bkfc
squared
ring.
circle, and he has a belt, and it was your belt.
Yeah.
Can you share with us that whole story?
Since Conor was at my house, you know, I thought it'd be pretty cool to go down and say what's up. And so I went down to the VIP, and at first his security and BKFC security tried to stop me. I don't know if they thought I were gonna slap Conor McGregor or something, but nah, I just wanted to go say hi. But when Conor saw me, this was really, really cool, and I'm not much of a fanboy, but when he saw who it was that security would stop, he said, hey, get out the way, that's the double champ. Like, let him in. So I came in with my belt. He said what's up to me. He said he saw all my fights. He's a big fan. You know, I'm cheesing at this point. I'm got all my teeth showing. And I snatched the belt up and took a picture with them. So then I was like, hey man, it's nice to meet you. You know, let's get some work together or whatever. And I went on back to my seats. But when Mike Perry called him into the ring, I always got 2 belts. When Mike Perry called him in the ring and he was like, I ain't gonna let nobody call me out. I'm going in the ring. I took one of my belts and I was like, hey, Conor. Yeah.
What a great moment.
And he grabbed it like, chop. I'm the champ. It was like we planned it. It was crazy because as soon as he saw me, I was like, hey, yeah. And he just grabbed it.
What?
And it just went down perfectly.
What a great moment. Let's revisit that strange, like everyone watching was like, Conor McGregor is in the
BKFC.
in the fucking ring. Check this out. Okay, just set it up. Mike Perry had just won against
Mike Perry had just won against Luke Rockhold. He actually knocked his teeth.
what division?
That was the 185 division,
Okay.
but just because it was like a catch weight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mike Perry doesn't usually fight 185. He fights 165, and Luke Rockhold couldn't make 175.
yeah.
Luke couldn't make 175, so they fought at 185.
Okay.
Nobody's thinking about fighting me. So it was kind of cool. And then
Luke Rockhold got his teeth
knocked
broken.
out. Yeah,
Quick.
it was actually 3 of them on this side that got broken. And so when he pulled his mouthpiece down and the teeth came with it, they just stopped the fight. Like, okay, that's enough. He was like, I can't fight anymore.
Little advice from El Bandito: if you get your teeth knocked out in a fight, just keep fighting.
Just keep
your
fighting,
teeth are already
bro. They're
knocked
already
out.
gone.
They're gone. Just keep going. Don't look like a bitch on top of it.
Yeah, he didn't look badass but I don't blame him. You got your 3 teeth broken. Okay, so he wins.
So he wins. Mike Perry, they asked Mike Perry, who does he want next? And Mike Perry, he gets kind of long-winded, but he was like, hey, I want Conor McGregor. Like, look, I get a face-off with Conor McGregor. And I'm standing right there by the side of the ring anyway. Conor jumps up with his pink suit on and does his chicken walk over there. And I'm like, oh, no, I got to be a part of this. So, yeah, he took the belt from me, jumped in, and faced off with Mike Perry. It was pretty cool.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You might can see me handing the belt almost. I just handed it. Yeah. He's right there in the pink suit. Yeah, you can see it.
Whoa!
Right there.
Aki, this is you?
Yeah, that's me with the belt. Watch.
Whoa.
You'll see him grab it. Yeah, he's going to grab it. Woo! He got
Whoa! Whoa! It's on camera.
Yeah, it's on camera. Yeah,
It's
that's
on
me.
camera. Okay, Corillo, aquí Conor McGregor, aquí está Lorenzo.
Yeah, see, he get the belt from me, and then he just walked up with the belt. History, bro.
That was
Even Mike was surprised when he saw the belt. He's like, how the hell? That's why Dave's smiling like that.
Yeah, Dave cheesing. He loving this shit.
But look,
Here in Denver, I know you took him out.
now look, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something from a fighter perspective. This face-off, even though Mike Perry called him in, Conor is in kill. Mike Perry's being nice. See, by him leaning forward and Mike Perry leaning his neck back,
Yeah.
this means I really don't want it.
Wow. This is body language.
Yeah, this is body language. This is saying like, hey, thanks for getting in the ring. It's all respect. I just, it was nice. Thanks for coming. This is not
Real
fight language. No. But Conor, he doesn't know how to be any other way. You can see it. Can you see it in his face?
Yeah, I
He's like,
understand.
I dare you.
What a great moment. This is such an amazing thing to happen. Do you think Conor McGregor? Do you see him fighting this year?
If Conor
Do you
McGregor fights,
do you follow MMA?
yeah, I've been watching. If Conor McGregor fights at this point, it'll be kind of an exhibition. It's just too much going on, too much money, too much weird stuff, too many rules, too much stuff for him to jump through the hoops. When he could fight at any one of these organizations and own it, be a big boss, be a player. Why keep going? You know what I mean? Why keep going under the table? Why not just come on top and be like, hey, give me 51%, give me 40%, and let's do it. Let's get the pay-per-views, kind of like what Mayweather does.
Do you see him at any point doing some stuff on Bkfc?
Yep. That'd be my guess. Either Bkfc or another one of the bare knuckle organizations. I think he likes it enough. I think he's intrigued about it. He, like I said, he knew who I was first.
His
glance.
ankle won't be a problem.
Yeah, his ankle won't. He won't have no problems if you part owner. You just get in there and do whatever you want to do. You know what I mean? You won't have no problems.
Okay.
And I think it's a good legacy for him. Bare knuckles taking over. I think it's a good idea. Even Mayweather has dealings with bare knuckle.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they put on a bare knuckle show in Miami not too long ago. Mayweather on his fight, he had bare knuckle fights on his card. Hector Lombard fought on it.
Really?
So yeah, everybody's
I didn't
getting
even know
into
about
bare
that.
knuckle now. You know what I mean?
What did you think about the Eddie Alvarez Chad Mendes fight?
I didn't think Eddie Alvarez would beat Chad, but I seen the change happen. Usually you start out, you have an aggressor, and then you have somebody who overcomes the aggressor and becomes the aggressor, and then the other guy turns, and either he returns or he doesn't. Even though Chad put up a fight, he really quit around the second round. He really stopped trying after Eddie showed him he was here to fight, which was weird considering all the hype that went into Chad and all of the gold that went into Chad, and then for him to announce his retirement right after. Oh, no wonder you quit. You already knew this was your last fight. Why try too hard? You know what I mean? Like, and everybody in the organization knew. So everybody knew what's up.
Coming in, yeah.
Everybody knew it's up us. Everybody knew it was his last fight to set the fans.
Yeah.
And then as soon as he loses, he said, "Oh well, it's my last fight anyway." Eddie take over the reins. Like, oh, okay, well, we got a new guy.
I remember in an interview listening him talk about this was before his fight. He was very excited about his fight in Bkfc because he's a street fighter.
Yeah.
And when people watched him in UFC, people think that what they're watching is something very similar to a street fight.
Mm-hmm.
But he was like, no, Bkfc, the explosive, it's 2 minutes. Most of the fights in the street take less than that.
Yeah.
So there shouldn't be like, he obviously explained it way better than I did. There shouldn't be an expect like the longer, like a marathoning, 25 minutes. No, this can last 10 minutes and it can be a huge fight. It was a great fight.
It was a great fight. It was a great fight. I just feel like the UFC fight, the UFC guys fight the UFC guys, and it's just like they're in the UFC cage. They're doing a UFC type of communication. They're not doing a bare knuckle type of fight. Even though it's bare knuckle, they're actually emulating the same speed and conditioning and the same type of fight as the UFC. They just have to remember not to take each other down. But a real bare knuckle fighter, somebody who does this in there with any one of those guys, and it's a bad day. And it's been a bad day. It's been a bad day. And when they come here, I kind of think they avoid the real bare knuckle fighters. They say, hey, give me somebody I know. Them guys are buddies. Them guys are buddies.
Who did you have winning Mike Perry MVP?
Mike. I helped train him for that fight. Yeah. I helped train Mike for that fight. I knew exactly how to beat MVP. I knew exactly how he would be MVP. I just didn't expect it to go 6 rounds. But Mike's a dog, and he gets stronger the longer you hit on him.
Is he a nice guy?
Yeah, he's cool as hell. He's a teddy bear. We train all the time. We fight each other. We beat each other up. We go pretty hard. Yeah, he's cool as they come. Especially to me. Maybe he's just like that to me.
Yeah,
He's
people are
always
usually
hey,
nice to fucking champions.
He's always like, hey, champ, thanks for coming, man. Thanks for sparring with me, man. You're super cool. He's always been cool to me though. Mike's always been cool to me.
What's next? After this fight, this September 22, what's next for Juggernaut Hunt?
I don't know, man. You guys gonna have to wait and see. David Feldman, the Bkfc organization, I'm sure they have something planned. It's getting harder and harder to find guys.
Do they come up with fights for you, or do you ask?
No, I've never gotten any fight that I wanted. The fight the only fight I've ever asked and petitioned for was for the title against Hector Lombard. And that's because I deserved it. I was 6-1 at the time. He was 2-0, and I felt really pissed over, But other than that, David sends a contract, and I sign it. We don't communicate about who to fight or who I should fight or what weight or what time, nothing. One email. The email gets forwarded to me. The email gets signed. It goes back to BKFC. It's done. And that's why David Feldman likes me.
Is there, I don't know what division is Cuban Assassin, if it's 185 or 205.
Yeah.
Could another fight happen?
I would like to think so. Like you say, this guy is 2-0 and he got a title fight. Mm-hmm. It's not me keeping the Cuban Assassin away from the BKFC. It's me keeping the Cuban Assassin away from the BKFC. He doesn't want to come here. He doesn't want to fight me again. And he'll say whatever he wants to on his Instagram, but it's too much money to be being thrown around for you to be the only guy who has ever beat me and for you to not be non-existent or to can't accept it or just never answer the phone. They've caught him. They've been looking high and low for somebody who thinks they can beat me. They've been looking high and low for a good fight.
That would be a ticket selling.
It'll be a
thing.
ticket seller, but it'll be a nightmare because he'll be on the floor, blips bubbling, just like Mike Richmond. And I told him that when we met. I told him that when I called him out. I told him I would fight him double or nothing after he won in the first match, the first round, doctor stoppage. It was a doctor stoppage. He cut my lip with this wrap on his glove, and they stopped it because I had a bad cut like Overeem. He did not beat me. He did not outthink me. He did not.
Isn't there a rule in boxing that if there's a stoppage, you have to at least have crossed midway of the fight in order to give it to some side?
If you saw all of those new posts about the unified rules of bare knuckle just now being legalized, that was the reason we couldn't challenge and we had no way to overturn the stoppage. The doctor didn't even actually stop it. Andy Glenn stopped the fight and he called it a doctor stoppage when he's not a doctor. So we went to the boxing commission. We went to the Florida commission. We asked for a rematch. We asked for a double or nothing match. We asked for it to be, overturned and called a no contest because the rules weren't followed. And their reaction to me was, there are no unified rules for bare knuckle as of this time. We have no course to change anything. And that's why now all the states had to come together and agree on what the rules actually are. Just now, after years and years and years of BKFC being legalized, basically I had to eat it as one loss on my record and go after everybody who called themselves a BKFC fighter until I became the best in the world in 2 divisions, and I dare Trujillo to come back. There's nowhere to go but me. There's nowhere to hide. I'm light heavyweight champ, 205 champ, and going to heavyweight champ. He wouldn't have a pillow in this house. He wouldn't have nowhere to lay his head.
Last time we spoke, we're almost finishing up, and I would like to get your point on this, Elvin. Last time we spoke was just before the Richmond fight.
At your show.
And I remember, yes, on the weigh-ins, I think. I remember speaking about Vegas because in the past year, slap fighting has become very popular and legal in Las Vegas. Meanwhile, bare knuckle fighting isn't. Do you think in your career you could fight eventually in Las Vegas?
I would love it.
Fight capital of the world.
I would love it. I would actually love it. I think that right now we're dealing with a little bit of pushback because Dana White has so much influence in Las Vegas that he kind of corrals or controls what goes on in that area. But with him unwittingly legalizing slap fighting, he actually
Open the door.
legalized bare hand combat.
Yeah.
So Dave, being the genius that he is, I'm sure he's running down that loophole and pressing it through to the people who need to know it. Because we recently did our bare knuckle tryouts in Las Vegas.
Yes.
So he's on it. Believe
really?
me, he's on it. Dave, I'm telling you, Dave is a genius. And
They also did a press
he's on
conference.
it.
They
In
did a press
Vegas?
conference in Vegas.
They also
So
did a press
that's-
conference in Vegas, too.
That's
When
a
do you
sign that
think
they're
that's
trying.
going down?
That's a sign it's going down.
No,
yeah.
they did one already. They did a press conference in Vegas already. So you know they're trying to get
Yeah.
into Vegas. It's a big deal. But you know, there's gonna be a lot of powers that are gonna be resisting that because that's a new, like
Yeah,
an emerging competition. They're not gonna want that. So
Got it.
especially if they got a monopoly.
It's such a. I wanna tell everybody it's such a cool event. Like obviously watching on your TV or in your phone, it's super cool. But being there is it's insane.
Like, he had the energy,
It's
man.
So
Can't copy it.
insane. We went to Knuckle Mania 2, I think. That was in 2021 maybe or 2022. And I was with Carlitos and we were like, even the sound of of contact is different. And like people are really hurt. People are really, it's like a real badass sport.
Yeah.
I think that overall people are getting tired of the pretty fighters. You pay, you go to see a fight and you see two guys that are prettier after the fight than when it started. These guys are cute model-esque boys that came up doing boxing. They get out here, they're all Vaselined up and they fight for 12 rounds and then they come looking like they got on lipstick. Soon as, they come looking like they got on lipstick after the fight, thanking their mom and dad and all of that. And I'm like, man, that wasn't a fight. That was not a fight. You guys were dancing around like doing the cha-cha, the merengue or some shit, and then calling it a fight. When you got guys like me, guys like Elvin Brito, guys that'll get in there and show you what a fight is like, show you like what's the worst thing that can happen to you when you disrespect somebody and you didn't know what they were capable of. This type of fighting will make people be more respectful.
Yeah. Watch out what you say.
Yeah, watch what you say.
Okay.
Watch who you blow your horn at.
Yeah. Okay, Elvin, you were at some point you had a fight for this fight card,
Yes.
the 22nd of September.
Yeah.
Do you see yourself fighting before the end of the year?
Yes, yeah. I'm supposed to fight before the end of the year. I got 2 more fights left in my contract. They have to give me the fights. So we're waiting. They're scrambling to arrange something for me. Hopefully I can get on the Virginia card. If not, I want to fight 2 more times for the end of the year. The way that I fight, I could have fought 20 times already.
Okay.
I'm just waiting. You know?
Ahí lo tienen. Anda pa'l carajo. Thank you, kind sirs, for coming. Definitely will be tuning in to your fight. I love your style. I love the grit, the heart. I know it sounds cliche. It was an amazing fight, your fight with Richmond. Tune in, Hunt versus Camosi, Cruiserweight Championship, Bkfc 50. What a beautiful number. The 22nd of September. Where can we follow you on social media?
It's at the Juggernaut Hunt. On Instagram, you can just put my name in, Lorenzo Hunt. You'll be able to find it too. You can go on YouTube and find me. Check out my fights, Lorenzo Hunt. If you go on Facebook, you guys should really, really check out my website. It's www.juggernauthunt.com. I do this amazing thing for the veterans. I got like a suicide hotline and we fix stuff up and we help guys. We give them free tickets and we do stuff for veterans. So it's the National Alliance to End Veteran Suicide, and I have a whole website dedicated to the fight stuff and kind of making the connection between being a fighter and choosing to live.
I remember I think when I met you on Knuckle Mania 2, you were auctioning off your white shorts for something like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've been giving away my fight robes and giving away, like I said, free tickets, VIP tickets to Bkfc. We put together a wheelchair ramp for a family that needed one. We honestly, like I said, I used to take donations at the fight sometimes just to bring awareness, but I stopped doing that just to kind of like focus on fighting. But if you guys want to donate, like I said, go to NAVVETS. It's National Alliance to End Veteran Suicide. You can look them up on Facebook, Instagram, or just go to the website. Or you can go to my website. You can donate through there or give stuff away or just help, family. If you guys got events and stuff, it's nice to be able to post on my web page that the veterans can take their families out for free. Just to kind of keep the morale up. You guys also get a discount if you come to my gym and train in Jacksonville, Florida. Veterans get a 25% discount. So, like I said, just go to www.juggernauthunt.com and check out my website. Shoot me a like, shoot me a comment, and just come hang out with us.
Follow also Bare Knuckle Bandido. Ahí lo tienen en pantalla. Bare_knuckle_bandido. Hopefully we'll see you fighting maybe November.
I'm ready to go. I can fight next week.
Okay.
Yo puedo pelear, y siempre gracias por tenerlo. Un placer siempre. Los quiero mucho de Gallimbo.
Igual.
You guys got a special place in my heart. You sabes que siempre estoy aquí por usted. Cualquier cosa necesita. Y si quiere que prenda a alguien por ti, me dice. We'll show up.
Ahí lo tienen, señores y
sabes que los quiero
señores.
mucho. También Maunao. Tú sabes que los quiero mucho, mi gente.
En la casa, ahí lo tienen. Hasta la próxima. ¡Suave, Corillo! Fuck.